Hey, Don here. Just a quick one here. Another one that I didn't plan. I was just reading about nature and things like that, and I came across the spider, and one thing led to another, and here we are. So, before we start, I thought you might want to see a couple things I got around the Christmas holiday. I've never seen one of these before. A Lincoln well-designed cost calculator. I think this thing's from the 50s. You can see how, you pull this out and it adjusts the percent overhead, the operating factors. Normally these come from Miller. You find these kind of things with Miller, not with Lincoln. And they're never cost calculators. I've never seen anything like this, but pretty cool for you blue collar enthusiasts out there. And this is a vintage Miller, almost like a tract. Just an advertisement from way back. This was on eBay. I just had to have it. Pretty cool. And the brochure that came with it. Look at those old machines. That's what you had to work with. Back when men were men and welders were welders. But anyways, the spider. The spider in type, you have Satan in types in oceanography and humanity and kings, and the Bible has types of Satan. And in the insect world, the spider is the type of Satan, which is not to say that spiders are evil in of themselves. Certainly there are some spiders that you don't want to step on or have crawl into your bed with you. But, garden spiders, also known as the cross orb, is an excellent spider. I usually try and take care of those out in my garden if I can, help them out. And the jumping spider is also a good spider. Some people consider jumping spiders as pets, and I can see why. In fact, just this evening, one was crawling on my wall, and it's 20 degrees out, and I tried to give him a dried mealworm. He actually picked it up, and then he rejected it. I don't want it. If you're going to cook it, I'll take it. But anyways, spiders are simply the Bible's type of Satan. That's all. And 8, the number 8 is the number associated with the spider. Pretty curious. There's no such thing as coincidence in the world or in the Bible. God set it up that way. Any man that's an atheist or an agnostic is just literally a fool and not very observant. The number 8 is associated with the spider. So the 3 references to spiders in the Bible are found in, let's start in Proverbs chapter 30 and verse, guess what? 28, just by coincidence. The spider taketh hold with her hands and is in kings' palaces. Yes, she is. If you know what that's talking about. Again, this is a quick study. The second reference in the Bible, go back to Job, and this will be in Job chapter, can you guess it? 8. Number 8 comes up again. Verse 14. Whose hope, look at the context, whose hope shall be cut off and whose trust shall be the spider's web. You just read that chapter, read that context for yourself sometime, and notice the association. Notice that web, the modern word that we use for the web or the internet and all that stuff, or your dream catchers. It's all there. Third reference, Isaiah. And we want Isaiah chapter 59, verse 5. You say, well, there's no 8 there. Hold on. They hatch cockatrices' eggs and weave the spider's web. He that eateth of their eggs dieth, and that which is crushed breaketh out into a what? A viper? You ought to read the context of this. You ought to read this. See what's going on there. That'll tell you what's associated with that spider in the Bible. Let's count these words in verse 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 8 is the spiders. Spider is number 8. By coincidence, once again, of course. So the spider associated with the number 8 has, of course, 8 legs. 8 legs. Don't all insects have those? Insects have 6 legs or more, but they don't have 8 legs. Spiders have 8 legs. Spiders also coincidentally have 8 eyes. And they are called arachnid in zoology. Arachnid. Count the letters in the word arachnid sometime. Arachnid comes from the Greek word arachne, A-R-A-C-H-N-E, the name of a mythological character who was sneaky, vengeful, powerful, beautiful. I wonder who this could be. And a goddess, so it's associated with a goddess. I wonder who she is. A goddess who claimed she was a better weaver than the gods. Go to Mary, don't go to Jesus. Ever look at the basic shape of a spider? Ever look at the basic shape of a spider? See if I can just, goes like this. Circle, circle, like an 8, with legs sticking out from it. Ain't that coincidental? The 8th color. You ever heard of the 8th color? The 8th color is called octarine. Oct for 8. Octarine. It's the color of magic, or the color of the king's color of magic. The king's color of magic. All these associations. The word 8 is found 80 times in the King James Bible. The word 8th is found 39 times in the King James Bible, 39 being 3 times 13. The world, and of course, do you know what the Bible says about the world? It's never good. It's against God. The world, by coincidence, says that the number 8 stands for infinity. Now, why did the world say that the number 8 stands for infinity? Because they say, well, if you look up infinity in the Webster's Dictionary, it says infinity means unlimited extent of time, unlimited space, or unlimited quantity. So if 8 truly is associated with a spider, and the spider associated with Satan, wouldn't we want, if we were the world, for 8 to stand for infinity, giving Satan unlimited extent of time, space, or quantity, like God? I shall be as God. The Bible says 8, the Bible now says that 8 stands for new beginnings, a new beginning. And this is a short study, so we don't have time to get into all that. Do a study on your own. But Satan makes his appearance in 7,000 periods of time, up to the 8,000th year. At the beginning of the 7,000th year, the millennium, which is the second advent, he is there. And at the very end of the millennium, the very end of the 7th, immediately before the 8th, he shows up for the last time. He is in the 7th at the beginning and at the end. And the 8th is where he's gone. That's where he, for the first time, doesn't show up and never shows up again. With Satan and his demons and his people gone forever, the 8,000th year is truly a new beginning, like none of the 7 before it. If you've got a King James Bible, you've got an answer to all things. Stick with it.